the story of the lady who who changed medical history for the mentally ill. We're not sure of her name, but she was a woman who was no stranger to the mental health system. And this lady, back in those days, used to have voices, and they were undiagnosed. And this was a time when many strange things were happening back then. It was the year 1971, and this lady back then, they would just let you go to the hospital and send you home whenever you wanted. You didn't have to stay there. But this lady was homeless and had nowhere to go. But she was a brilliant woman and developed a brilliant strategy to help mentally ill people with her studies. And she was found killed under a bridge. And that was the end of you staying one day at the mental hospital. Now they can get you out in maybe 3 days. Some people, their receptors are so damaged, they have to spend years. Some people, 3 months, some people 6 months, depending on the severity of the condition of the receptors in your brain. And there's medicine that can help you to get the powder of these receptors to fire correctly in your brain. And that medicine is called Depakote. Depakote is a wonderful brain medication that fixes all kinds of mental health problems, on top with other medications that your brain might need. Some people, it's a hit and miss. They are allergic to some things, and others are allergic to other things. I found in my mental health challenges that I was allergic to one medication, and then I found a different I went to a counseling center, and they gave me some other medicine and found me a psychiatrist that I had to pay for a lot. And she taught me some tricks and prescribed me some medicine and told me how to use the medication and some strategies to help. And I got better and found another job building hospitals and traveled all over the country building hospitals. And then I fell in love and got married and decided to come home, and I installed security cameras and all kinds of other electronics. And then I always had a love for robots and robotics and animatronics. So I decided to learn all about magic tricks, and that's what I did. I worked for Sega, and I was a help desk person, and I would help out all the people learn how to win games and talk about games. And then I started an animation company, and made a little cartoons. And I've been making businesses and making cartoons ever since then. I've actually been the writer behind a lot of movies that you've seen in the theater. I've been behind the scenes since I was a little boy. And now I am a grown man, and I am learning every day new things to keep my mind healthy, because I didn't take my medications like I should have. And now I beat my cancer, the tumor is out of my brain, and the receptor didn't explode in my brain, causing me to die. So now I'm cured from schizoaffective disorder, but now I'm stricken with Parkinson's. So I have to keep my mind and very busy with projects in order to keep my brain active and healthy and not have seizures. So I need to get my Depakote, and then I'll have my medicine. So that is my next step in my recovery process. That is my cross to bear and my burden for me to handle. But I am only at the middle of my story. I am determined to do better in my life and keep on doing the things I do and keep on being positive and flipping my brain correctly when I get upset, because everybody has feelings, and the feelings we feel are real, and having feelings makes you a person, and we're all humans, and we all have feelings. So that is part of the thesis of Ravenwolf.